Hi, Linda Alepin. Great to see you here today. Can you tell everyone a little bit about you and Global Women's Leadership Network?
Well, Sheryl, it's really a pleasure to be with you. And, I grew up in the corporate world, spent 20 some odd years, I'm not going to say how many, in the information technology industry, saw it grow into what you see behind me. Really fabulous things that it's bringing the world. But I went into the nonprofit world and started Global Women's Leadership Network. And you're a member of that network as a graduate of our leadership program. We have 160 women all over the world, 40 plus developing countries. And all of them are doing incredible work to really change the life of humanity. Some of them through business, like yourself in information technology, and many of them working with nonprofits that are helping people with health, with their own leadership kinds of things, with economic stimulus like microcredit. So I just have a wonderful life being part of the network of those women. I'm very privileged to be able to interface with them.
That's great. I remember going through the program and you almost forced me into it, but that was our partnership. So it was close. And really being amazed about the notion of women that have committed their lives from all over the world coming together to raise their vision. And you can see the results of the program and what I'm doing here in my life. I know you're so proud.
I am really proud of what you've done in the founding of the Women's Leadership Forum West Coast. I think being promoted at least 3 times since you attended the program, which is a nice track record, and obviously making a lot of impact for EMC.
Yes, always. So tell me just one story. I know it's hard to choose one, but Zainab, I've heard a little bit about her. Can you share?
Okay, so Zainab Adam is a woman from Kenya. She's a Muslim woman, and she's really she's courageous. She's inventive. She's persistent. When she was 5 years old, the family didn't want to send her to school.
Really?
Right. But she was one of, 3 or 4 girls in the family. It's not atypical. She used to go and sit outside the window to the boys' classroom. And that was how she started learning, and they discovered her there one day. And, she argued with her father, and her father finally put her into school, even though she didn't have the uniforms, the books, or whatever, and she excelled as a student. So what is she doing today? Well, 2 years ago, she came to Global Women's Leadership Network, and today she is running for the Senate in Kenya. Okay, she just declared her candidacy. She is standing for an economically and environmentally developed province in Kenya. And I know that Zainab, no matter what happens, she will be a brilliant candidate. She's running against 3 men. And she's really taking stands that we can do without corruption, that we can help the families, that we can do economic stimulation, and we can still respect the environment. Because she worked for the World Wildlife Foundation for 8 years, so she has a deep-seated conviction around the environment.
Wow, it's so inspiring. There's one last story I want to ask you about. There's a book that you've shared and presented before about women who light the world, or do I have
Women Who Light the Dark.
Yeah, there you go. Women That Light the Dark. Can you just a little bit about that book?
Sure. Women Who Light the Dark is a book by Paula Gianturco. Okay, she's a photojournalist, and what she did was she went around the world and she collected stories about the kind of women I was talking about with Zainab. In fact, one of our graduates is in the book. Okay, Lucky Chitri from Nepal, who runs the Three Sisters Adventure Company, is in the book. And the photographs obviously are beautiful. And the stories, she actually spends a lot of time writing the stories. By the way, she has a new book.
Oh.
Okay. And the new book is about grandmothers and the role of grandmothers in this world. So you can find that on the bookshelves or the Amazons or whatever these days. And we're hoping to have an event with Paula coming up here in the next few months.
Oh, so. You let me know when. I'll be there, and if you need help to fund it, I'm always there.
Yes, well, that would be wonderful. So thank you for this opportunity just to kind of chat with you about what's going on and the privilege of being part of Global Women.
Thank you, Linda. Take care.
Thanks.